Yoga for healing. If you're like me, you've been guided to isolate. Be aware of your surroundings, not in fear, but just because karmics will be karmics and they're getting their karma. So they're a little bit on the deep end right now. A little hasty, a little desperate. So stay aware. Yep, there's some spell work being done. But never worry, because you are also very magical and manifesting. What is it that we need to know, Holy Spirit, about this spell work or manifestations? Failure to delegate too much responsibility, there will be a collapse, a breakdown. That is the present energy. Very overwhelmed. Not just a little burden with some responsibilities and a little stress, but a complete breakdown. Because they are stuck in a stalemate of difficult choices and being in denial. Afraid of hidden information or not wanting information that's unknown to be known. What is the challenge? This mother-sucking, irrational King of Swords, dirty hobosexual that's ruthless and cold and wants control over you and is very dishonest and will do whatever they need to do. They are inhumane, extremely oppressive, possessed by a demon, a demonic entity. Now see, there's some demons that have had bodies before and walked the planet, and then there's some that have never had the pleasure of having a body that people are allowing to take over theirs. Imagine that. They think it's something cute or sexy to play around on demon times, playing with their life, playing with their lineage, playing with their bloodline because they thought they were going to sniff yours out and take what was yours. In the past, what is it that we need to know about the past? A queen of wands that is a demanding, vengeful, scallywag, stanky coochie bitch, and a knight of swords that are a couple. So we have the knight of swords energy, or maybe this is that queen of wands. First card out was this queen of wands, a demanding, vengeful heifer that wants to come in really fast, but they want to have cooperation and balance. They want to come into union, a partnership of mutual respect, they say. But these is the same mofo that wanted you dead. How you gonna compromise with somebody like that? And they're coming in quickly. This couple This Knight of Swords energy, I believe, is the King of Swords energy that's in reverse. But they are being immature, along with this Queen of Wands that need balance. They're looking for some harmony, peace. They need loving, fulfilling, life-giving energy poured into them. Now, what kind of sense does it make for there to be a woman working alongside of a man that wants to come in assertive and impatient for your energy? I'd like to know, what kind of sense does that make? And in the future, what about this hasty Knight of Swords and this Queen of Wands reverse that are a couple, along with this Knight or King of Swords reverse that's extremely overwhelmed, having a breakdown? And in the future, you're being guided to have courage. Mars and Leo, solar plexus energy. They're trying to stand for their perseverance, but so must you. You must have a stronger determination and willpower, protecting your territory, defending yourself. And this is in the future position. Strength, courage, confidence, knowing your inner power. You don't care how many come for you. Do you see all those wands coming in for that one person? Do they look scared or do they look ready? They look pretty grounded to me. And in all green. Yeah, you ready for it. Because I don't think they're ready for you, because they're not ready for what they're about to meet of your courage, your strength. And what is the goal of this King of Swords reverse, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands reverse? Why I say Queen of Pentacles? And this Knight of Swords energy. That is a couple. They want the victory. This is the challenge. This is their goal. They want to be recognized and seen as the one to be upheld. But see, there's somebody in the corner that's really paying attention to what's going on, to who's on this horse. And they kind of look a little confused, like, what are you doing up there? But you are going towards your victory. You will be rewarded. And I'm sure you've already had small victories and large victories, but this is going to be one that you won't have to fight again. You're planning your next steps. You have left comforts and you have taken risks, planning your future, making decisions. Mars and Aries. You're cautious on who you partner up with. And in the subconscious, they are hoping that you would be giving to them. They need financial security. They need your energy for that. And we've been getting this story because they're reckless how they use their energy, how they use their resources. They're definitely not producing it on their own. These are ones that have to steal from others because they cannot produce their own positive energy. They don't have the creativity. They have to work in groups. Wanting their generosity for their financial security. Not yours, but theirs. You're just something to feed off of. There's 3 individuals here. King of Swords in reverse, that's very much breaking down. Along with this Knight of Swords and this Queen of Wands reverse. That is a couple. I don't know if this King of Swords and this Knight of Swords are related or not. But that is some coincidence, huh? And what is the advice for us or them? King of Wands. So now we have the King of Wands energy. Oh my gosh. I'm picking up some other stuff. This Queen of Wands reverse could be the King of Wands that's highly upset. That's coupled up with this King of Swords in reverse that's heavily burdened and breaking down. These are 2 monsters that you're standing your ground against because they want to feed off of you. But that King of Wands is blocked. They're stuck exactly where they sit. And what is the external? External forces? A King of Cups. And what is the hope and fear? What is in the hope and fear of these people? They fear that you won't give to them. This Page of Wands in reverse. Do you see how their energy changes? Because they cannot stand with their mask straight. They're crooked or falling off. This Page of Wands, this hasty, impatient, prone to tantrum, child, baby man is in need of your assistance, your energy, your finances, your home, and they're going to come in slow because they want to partner up. They're going to take their time. Hasty, but quick. Maybe hasty in a way of catching you off guard. See if they can catch you when you're feeling less warrior-like. But they meet a tower. Yes, they do. An upheaval for their partnership, for their planning and taking the steps. They took the risk, so there they have it. They meet the tower. This King of Wands energy, King of Cups energy, Queen of Wands, and the Page of Swords energy, and a King of Swords in reverse, which I believe this King of Swords reverse is this same energy as the Page of Swords. They are so weak right now, they can't even hold. They're shifting. They're just all over the place, chaotic. They can't keep it together. We have a King of Wands block that's in high anxiety. King of Swords reverse that's falling to pieces, breaking down mentally and physically. And then we have that nasty couple with that immature Knight of Swords and Queen of Wands in reverse, who are all meeting their fate of karma. Yes, they are. And so mote it be. Because we are sick and tired of reading your stank ass energy. You fucking wannabes. And if you can't take my language, then you need a lot more growing up to do, because if swearing hurts your feelings, baby, you ain't been through shit. This King of Swords reverse. But a real warrior can handle that shit, because they know. This one is wanting to come in full speed on you. And not with love. They want to bring you down. They want to tear your wings off. And then some of you worry about us using cuss words, but you don't know what the fuck these bitches been doing to us, do you? Because if you lived it, you would have the same energy of ancestors getting that ass. And this a right time for it. Yeah, I might sound vulgar to some, but y'all don't know what vulgar is. Y'all worried about Epstein files when some of us have already been living that shit too. Not even knowing it, not in the files. Okay? This is way bigger. They're not able to go down this winding road. They're stuck. They can't even take a detour. And you have your defenses up. You ready because you stay ready. Not out of fear because you're scared or anything like that. Because for one, what you talk, you stand by. You're not talking out of your ass, acting big and bad like these keyboard ninjas that hide and throw rocks. You are defensive, on the move, moving away. You may be getting a new home. They think that they will be going with you on this adventure to claim your rewards, your victory. You're moving ahead. They can't stop you. They just wasted a lot of time with that rope hanging themselves, along with the ones that they love, because they have no protection. As you go to your victory, this is not an endless love. And you don't need to worry about peeking out your window, because you already know. You're not caring for that relationship. It's dead. This individual has expectations, unreasonable requirements of you accepting them with your healed, loving energy, while they are a narcissist working on demon time. That will never work. Go sit with your damn karmics, the ones that didn't do the work. Now they're sitting here broke, needing your help, doing what it takes to keep that alive. fanning the flames. They don't want that to end. They want to keep that spark, some kind of bond, something going in between, back and forth with you and them. Don't do it. Cut it cold turkey. Go silent. Take baby steps. Take your time and build your love with your inner child, with you. This King of Wands is sideways in anxiety, blocked spiritually, is the reason why. It's a time to heal. And while this is going down, patience is needed. Give destiny, our ancestors, our guides, time to work their magic. But stay vigilant. Keep your boundaries clear to ensure your well-being. Some of you may already have home protection and cameras. You're aware that this person wants to come in, pretending to have mutual respect and shared responsibilities, but this is only something to bring them into balance with your power. King of Cups energy. What do we need to know about the King of Cups? This King of Cups wants forever after. They believe they have the fortitude to make this a lasting love. They're trying to get out of a situation of being on their own, feeling chained, locked down. They want freedom and independency, and they find that with you. They see that they could have that with you. Why does this King of Cups think that that will bring them freedom ever after with you, when there is no harmony? You're not in tune with this King of Cups. This King of Cups is probably the King of Wands that's trying to come in there in high anxiety. They're trying to get in the door because they need your energy, and they will do anything it takes. But you've opened a new chapter. There are still pages to write, so make them great. You're aware that they want you to give to them, these karmics. But there will be no adventure. They want to have new experiences and make friends. They don't want this distance, because that is now, they're saying, bringing a challenge to them. Because they thought distance would make the heart grow fonder, but all it did was make you grow further apart, and gave you time to heal and go within, loving on you. What do we need to know about this distance? Standing by each other through thick and thin, it would not be. There is no loyalty. This love song has ended. Let love's melody inspire your dance. And if there's only one-sided love, then how can there be a dance? So there will be chaos, destruction, and an upheaval. Forced transformations. A tower for all of those involved. They thought they were making a power play, huh? You're not listening to their enchanted whispers, nor their spells. They want to close this rambling rose of growing apart. They want to close that down and get closer and make a power play, wanting to dominate or control the relationship. Because of their insecurities, they want to try to influence you, and once they come stepping towards you, tower. Because you're not down for this brief affair or rocky relationship. This is what they're planning on the horizon. Beware of these tricksters. They're at the end of the road, and they know it. Let's see, what else can we use? Oh, let's go to these. These are calling me. True emotions. Closing the cycle. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. We have a lot to celebrate, be grateful for, and be so happy. I know I am. I am overjoyed. They wanted to come in and make obstacles. They wanted to snip your wings. And they're stuck in their fantasies, in their memories, thinking about you, wishing they had gotten you pregnant. But they didn't take that spiritual journey. They don't have spiritual gifts. They did not awaken. And in the past, this couple you turned your back. Whoever they are, you turned your back on them. And in the future, you're moving on. This person thought that they would be moving in with you, but you're not keeping secrets, you're not biting your tongue, and you're not allowing that to be fed up. Neither is this a workplace affair. It won't be if that's what they were planning also. A bruised card. That workplace affair. Workplace, wherever it is, whatever you do for work, there's someone around you that wants to sweet talk you. Beware of drinks. At this time, I would not accept any. It's time to isolate. You're getting your rewards. There's no strings attached, and you will play fake busy. If they like it or not. You really don't even have to play fake busy. There's no need to. You see the true colors. They want to fan the flames. They're ready to do what it takes to get you to give to them. This couple is running now. Now this couple is running. At least two of them are. What about this running? Because they're in massive regrets. And you turned your back. You walked away. There's nothing they can do. There's no strings attached. They did not awaken. Now, this side hustle is falling through. They're out of time. They're blocked. They're in anxiety and stuck where they are. There will be no love, child, nor sweet talk. The Most High, the universe, is blocking this energy. All of them. And this King of Cups that wants to come in and have harmony, you let go. You moved on. And they are all in their feelings. There was no loyalty, no love, only you giving. And you ended that chapter. There will be no marriage. They're unable to mirror you. And you are praying, meditating, and healing. That brings a tower to their power play of living a toxic lifestyle. What do we need to know about this tower? They are GPS tracking you, or you know what? That's karma. They've been being tracked, observed, without knowing it. They thought they were busy watching you and maybe gonna make some forward move, but they forgot. While they were watching you, they were being watched. You have nothing to do with this psycho, crazy, obsessed ex that won't let go. And you have nothing to do with this thug behavior or mentality. They are going through a spiritual awakening, a downward spiral, a complete tower for the whole lot of them that's been wanting to cause chaos for you. Peace.